Hello, this is Team 2 starting our team presentation 1. We have group member Austin Batres, which is myself. We have group member William Sun. We have group member Allison Kemp, and we have group member Riley Sabin. The company we chose to go with is Tesla, and we will go ahead and get started now. If you could go to the next slide for me, Allison. All right. So for our introduction, we have the overview of Tesla's situation, which would be Riley, Sabine, Catherine, Sabin section. And then after that, we have our internal stakeholders, which will be discussed by Allison Kemp. And then following Allison's part, we have the external stakeholders, which will be done by myself. And then after that, last but not least, we have Bridging the Gap with William Sun, and we will go through all of this. And so if we could get started, the first group member that will be presenting right now will be Riley. If we can go to her slide for please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Riley. I will be going over the current situation Tesla is facing while they are innovating towards sustainable energy for all of Earth. Tesla is widely recognized as one of the most powerful and influential companies in the electric vehicle industry. The brand has positioned itself as a leader in innovation, shaping the future of clean energy and transportation. Tesla's narrative is being challenged by growing concerns from both consumers and industry experts. Issues such as inconsistent build quality, software malfunctions, and general questions around the reliability of vehicles have become an increasingly common public discussion. While Tesla markets its cars as eco-friendly, critics have been raising concerns about potential greenwashing, especially regarding battery production and the company's overall transparency about its environmental impact. And then we can go on to the next slide, please. So, transparency of Tesla. Greenwashing refers to companies misleading consumers with marketing tactics that portray them as eco-friendly when they may not be as eco-friendly as they lead on. Tesla specifically targets consumers who are wealthy and focus on reducing their carbon footprint. The company's carbon footprint, according to data that released in 2020 in their 2021 impact report, was 2.54 million tons of carbon dioxide. This is a very small number compared to other competitors. However, the company received an F from the CDP, which is the Carbon Disclosure Project, an organization that evaluates environmental disclosures. For Tesla to maintain stakeholder trust and truly lead the global transition in innovating towards electric vehicles, the company must go beyond surface level marketing and demonstrate consistent commitment to environment accountability. All right, next slide. Thank you. So, company control and oversight. Even though the transparency of the company is in question, Tesla's innovation is continuing forward with a positive attitude. In Tesla's Master Plan Part 3, they are declaring the outline of their plans for a fully sustainable Earth and the $10 trillion of investments they estimate to make this plan happen. From a strategic perspective, Tesla is going further into vertical integration, which means they're not going to be only just building their electronic vehicles, but they're going to be controlling battery development, software updates, and their energy solutions all in-house, allowing them to move faster, reduce costs, and control customer experience more tightly than traditional automakers. From a marketing standpoint, Tesla continues to be bold and unconventional. Instead of traditional advertising, the company relies heavily on brand presence and viral product unveilings through CEO Elon Musk's public platform to generate attention. The master plan is a part of the strategy, reinforcing Tesla's image as a mission-driven company leading the future towards sustainable energy through electric vehicles. All right, next slide, please. Right. Innovation versus product reliability. Many articles warn consumers of low reliability for Tesla vehicles. Reports and consumer reviews also place Tesla as one of the least reliable car companies. Consumer reliability reports place Tesla at number 17 out of 22. Tesla's recent Cybertruck has been recalled 6 times, and in April, over 4,000 Cybertrucks were recalled due to the possibility of the accelerator pedal being jammed in full throttle. This raises not only reliability concerns, but safety concerns due to the quality of their vehicles. In a JD Power vehicle dependability study, they examine and report problems per vehicle that consumers are reporting in their third year of ownership. According to the study, Tesla has 242 problems per 100 vehicles, which is not very good and poor compared to other competitors. They have also had to recall vehicles due to with the full self-driving, due to software risks for various reasons. And these issues often call upon safety issues. There are many other recalls for the vehicle that raise safety concerns, although despite being one of the least reliable car brands in consumer reports, customer satisfaction ratings are still very high. In 2024, Tesla had a ranking of 83 for their customer satisfaction ratings, mostly related to hybrid vehicles. So that brings into the question if innovation, they should slow down their innovation and focus more on their product reliability. All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Allison Kemp, and I'll be going over the internal stakeholders portion. So now we've discussed some of Tesla's current challenges. I wanted to focus on internal stakeholders to include the employees, executive leadership, the board of directors, research and development, product teams, human resources, and internal communications. So the employees, Tesla's narrative to the outside world and to its employees is do the best work of your life and work on meaningful problems in that fast-moving, mission-driven workplace. However, in reality, employees face long hours, frequent injuries, and rising stress due to the quality issues and product rework. Investigation reports from Reveal and Wells have also noted that these injuries are preventable. There's also reports of racial discrimination lawsuits. So instead of feeling empowered, many employees feel overworked and unsupported, especially when held accountable for issues tied to systemic operational strain. Concerns for the executive leadership, such as Elon Musk and the other executive team. Tesla's narrative focuses on visionary leadership driving the future of clean energy and transportation, and Elon Musk's involvement is central to company growth and innovation. However, in reality, there is growing concern that Musk's attention is split between too many projects like X, SpaceX, and Neuralink. Shareholders have formally requested that Elon Musk commit at least 40 hours a week to Tesla, according to the New York Post. Additionally, innovation targets set by leadership often outpace the operational capacity, which is causing confusion and instability amongst employees. For the board of directors, Tesla's message is that the board of directors is providing a strong ethical governance and protects Tesla's long-term vision. They're supposed to be overseeing that corporate governance, long-term shareholder value, and there's that check on power against the executive, or Elon in this case. Investor reports criticize the board for lack of independence, delayed response to governance issues, especially concerning environmental and social capacity. So gaps in the emission transparency raise greenwashing concerns. Labor concerns and internal complaints have gone unaddressed. And according to a 2021 report, shareholders are calling for stronger oversight of Musk and clearer accountability mechanisms. Internally, the board's role is seen as symbolic and not actually strategic. On the research and development and product team side, Teams are empowered to innovate boldly and solve high impact challenges. Tesla is rewarding its risk taking and unconventional thinking. But on the reality, there's a high turnover rate in the autopilot and software engineering teams due to the frustration of those unclear goals, those constantly changing priorities, and the burnout that was discussed earlier, especially with the unrealistic deadlines and constant project shifts. The demand to launch features quickly, such as the bringing out the Cybertruck, often leads to sacrificing that reliability in the quality for speed. And the struggle to reconcile the visionary expectations with the realities of limited quality assurance time and shifting directives. So, despite being framed as empowered, many feel that they're firefighting rather than actually being innovative. And finally, for the human resources and internal communications, so the resources team is supposed to be promoting inclusion, culture building, and internal transparency. Where our disconnect here is that reports are indicating retaliation against employees who are seeking or who speak up and inconsistent handling of internal concerns. Many employees feel there are a gap between Tesla's inclusive values and those value and how those values are actually put into action, as well as the internal comms structure lacking that capacity to fully engage employees and their ability to navigate the high stress cycles tied to those launch demands and reputational risks. So across the board, there is a clear mismatch between Tesla's internal storytelling and the reality of what employees are living day to day. I will be followed by Austin as he covers our external stakeholders.
Thank you so much for leading me into that, Allison. I appreciate you so. All right, so external stakeholders. External stakeholders play a major role in shaping a company's direction, reputation, and long-term success. These are individuals or groups outside the organization who are still directly affected by or who influence company decisions, such as consumers, competitors, investors, regulatory bodies, and the media. Unlike internal stakeholders who operate within the business, external stakeholders can shift rapidly in their support or opposition based on changing trends, market conditions, or leadership behaviors. For a company like Tesla, which operates in a fast evolving and highly public industry, staying in tune with its external environment is critical, whether it's public perception influenced by leadership, growing competition from other EV manufacturers, or pressure from investors and government regulators. These forces can either strengthen Tesla's market position or weaken it. Understanding and responding to external stakeholders isn't optional for Tesla, it's essential for survival and growth. So if you'll go to the next slide for me, I can go ahead and get into one of our external stakeholders here. And so the first external stakeholder that we take a look at is the general public and Tesla's perception with the general population. One of Tesla's most influential external stakeholders is the public, especially its consumer base. Public perception has become increasingly reactive and sensitive to Tesla's image, largely due to how closely the brand is associated with Elon Musk. Because of his very public political affiliations and high visibility across social media platforms, particularly X, which he owns, the public often forms opinions about Tesla based on its products based not on its products, but more around the headlines surrounding its CEO, which is completely unrelated to the product itself. Add to that Musk's involvement with multiple ventures like SpaceX and Neuralink, as Allison previously mentioned. And there is growing concern among consumers that Tesla might not be receiving the focus it once did. So this has real consequences because buyers now hesitate to, or look to other EV brands because they associate Tesla with the volatility or controversy. As external stakeholders, the public has major influence on Tesla's success, and maintaining trust with them will be essential for Tesla to stay competitive in the crowded EV market. And if you'll go ahead and go to the next slide, I'll go ahead and discuss another external stakeholder here. All right. So the growing market presence from other companies. Another important external stakeholder for Tesla is its growing list of competitors in the EV market. Just a few years ago, Tesla held a dominant position, which it still does, but based on the graph that we see here, we can see in quarter one of 2022, they held a 74.8% share of the market. And now in 2025, quarter one, they reported only a 43.5% share. Now, these legacy automakers are investing heavily in EV technology and expanding their offerings, giving consumers more choices than ever. If Tesla doesn't continue to deliver high-performing, innovative, and reliable products, it risks falling behind. With more options available to the public, Tesla's market share could trend even lower, potentially dipping beneath some of these rising competitors. In a space they once dominated, Tesla now faces the urgent challenge of staying ahead in a fast-moving race. Now, one thing I noticed when going through the external stakeholders is even a simple Google search of just Tesla, unrelated to Elon Musk, unrelated to its competitors, we saw the controversies that Tesla was having recently. And so if you go ahead and Google Tesla right now, the only thing you will see is Elon Musk troubles with our current president. Now, having an image like that associated with your brand, associated with the multifaceted organizations that the EV market is bringing in, Tesla really has to focus in order to stay on top. And so that is my section here. And now I will go ahead and pass on to William. And thank you so much, William, for taking over here.
My name is Willem Son, and I'll be talking about bridging the gap. In this slide, we explore the gap between Tesla's internal narrative and external perceptions. Tesla promotes itself as leader in sustainable energy, emphasizing breakthroughs like gigafactories and innovative electric vehicles in its investor presentations and press releases. This internal message centers on long-term, bold innovation and technological excellence. However, external analysts and media outlets often point to production delays, quality issues, and governance concerns. This contrast between an inspiring future-focused vision and immediate operational challenges sets the stage for understanding the broader disconnect we need to address. Next slide, please. In this slide, we focus on the core issue, the disconnect between Tesla's high-risk, long-term innovation strategy and immediate measurable performance that external stakeholders demand. While employees and R&D teams thrive on pushing technological boundaries, investors, regulators, and community groups are more concerned with clear financial metrics, risk management, and regulatory compliance. By applying a structured model, identifying, assessing, prioritizing, and engaging key stakeholders, we can outline how to balance these competing needs and mitigate the impact of this divergence on overall stakeholder confidence. Next slide, please. Finally, our communication objective is to develop a unified messaging strategy that connects Tesla's visionary innovations with tangible short-term performance outcomes. We propose increasing transparency through regular investor briefing and interactive digital dashboards that translate complex technological progress into clear, measurable metrics. In addition, integrated reporting will directly link technical achievements like battery improvements and production ramp-ups with financial performance. Regular roundtables and digital forums will maintain two-way dialogue with all stakeholders, ultimately building trust by showing that Tesla's ambitious goal deliver real, accountable result. Next slide, please. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please contact us.